John Ritter for showing up. Boy, that was a nice trick getting him to come. I don't want to tell you what kind of strings I had to pull for that, but I did not sell my soul. Happy New Year. I am the world-famous Matty, a.k.a. DJ Bugsy. This nutter right here is Muggsy, and this scientist right here is the Dr. Tim Dugan. And what we're doing right now is a little sports report. Where we at here, Doctor?
No, it's America, and it's well into January. We're going to talk the first week of the NFL playoffs. Very, very interesting matchups. The first week has just passed us. We had Houston edging Cincinnati 31-10. That was a very contentious game.
Contentious?
Yeah.
That's too much of a big word for our audience.
Well, Cincy never got it going in that game. Houston just ran the ball down their throat. Arian Foster had over 150 yards rushing.
Then we had New Orleans and Detroit, the expected shootout, I guess, in the Superdome. New Orleans won that 45-28 over the Lions.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Drew Brees was just being Drew Brees.
It's starting to feel like special again, like for the Saints a few years back when Drew Brees has been playing. He passed for 466 yards, I believe, against the Lions, who can really get after the pass rusher.
The Lions?
Yeah. So, also, big thing in local sports.
No, he's in contempt of court.
Jeez, I thought he banged the gavel. I was about to duck.
Yeah,
Giants 24-2 over Atlanta.
Yeah, that was a ugly game. The Giants did what they had to do. Matt Ryan 0 for 3 in the playoffs now. Matty Ice, not really.
Yeah, they seem more and more like a regular season team, and and the Giants are picking up steam as well.
And as I said, there's only one Manning in the NFL. That's a fact.
Yeah. Anything else happened, Doctor? Did we?
That's about it for the NFL.
That's about it for the NFL here.
Did we forget anybody?
We did not forget anybody. That's it.
No other notable stories, right?
No, not a certain guy
certain guy from a certain town
that has a dictionary on what he does, what he calls his little thing.
Well,
who was that guy?
I mean, thankfully they did have that game. It was Broncos.
Tebowing, Tebowing, really?
If I had the mad skills that our ex-producer Trinity had right now, I could flash back to week 1 of the Sports Report where I was a fan of Tebow on the Tebow bandwagon, and I correctly said that my karma would be that Tim Tebow would beat the Steelers round 1 of the playoffs in 1 pass.
And Tim Tebow had probably his best game as an NFL quarterback, passing for over 300 yards. I mean, still wasn't that
10
efficient.
passes.
10 passes.
316.
Yeah.
306.
10 for 21. That's only good if that's like a hot streak in baseball.
Did you see the interesting thing on that 316 yards? He wanted to wear John 3:16 underneath his eyes, and they wouldn't let him, and he threw for 316 yards passing and had a 31.6 passer rating. Yeah. Now maybe God is on his side.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Well, I think God has bigger things to worry about than football.
We'll see
maybe
how.
not, man. You know?
We'll see how he does this week against Counter Girls Patriots.
Boo!
Tebow's the epitome of the phrase "will over skill," because I mean, hey, if I'm a Patriot fan, I'm a little nervous at this matchup next week because now you gotta contest the pass. Now you gotta keep those safeties home. It might open up some running lanes, which is really what Denver wants to do.
And us here at the Mattyvision Sports Report would like to endorse Tim Tebow and the Denver Broncos as our choice of the week to beat them bums.
Not my choice of the week.
I heard some.
I speak for you.
Yeah. There was some interesting Facebook. I mean, he set a record for Twitter posts, but Facebook there was like
I think he had 90,000 per second.
Tebow at one post I said Tebow could win the Republican nomination if he entered today.
The evangelical vote is pretty big these days.
I don't remember the last time there was such a big bandwagon jump like this, man. There's a lot of people looking for Denver stuff. A lot of people.
A lot of people are excited. A lot of people are, of course, critics around this time.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I mean, if you watch the game and you know anything about being a quarterback and the passing game, you see Tim Tebow in the half. He's just not looking at guys who are wide open too. So he's not functioning as your Brady or your Breeze or your Manning, but he still has gotten it done more often than not this year as a winning quarterback. So what can you say?
He's getting the job done.
Yeah,
say what you want, but it's it's fun to watch, and that got almost as big as rating as probably anything that's been on TV. I think over 20 20 million people watched that, whereas I think 8 million watched the national championship game for college football yesterday, which was a sham.
Let's go this week. What do we got in the divisional playoffs this week?
We got New Orleans at San Fran, which is a very
the
interesting
classic
matchup.
battle. Great
Running
offense.
game and defense.
Yeah, the offense puts the butts in the seats, but the defense wins the championships.
Yeah, defense wins championships, but
that wasn't a bang, by the way.
But the way Drew Brees has been playing, there's not many defenses, I think, who could stop them completely. Now, they may slow them down, but I'd like the Saints to get it done. They're rolling along nice right now. I like the Saints over the.
This is one of those games. They're going on the road. They're not that good when they're on the road.
Well, they're not that good in cold weather.
Well, San Francisco.
San Francisco, it should be nice and bomb. Drew Brees. Yeah. Drew Brees is used to that weather.
I think New Orleans still wins this game. It'll be close, but
I like New Orleans.
What about this? What do we got? Houston, where do they go?
Houston goes to Baltimore.
I don't think there's a doubt the Ravens have this one.
Yeah.
Choice there.
I like the Ravens.
Good season, Texans, but I gotta
give season. TJ Yates isn't going to be able to operate too.
And especially that running game, they're not going to run against Ray Lewis.
Not going to run against Ray Lewis or Suggs.
And how about
Razzle speeding us up? Let's get to the biggest NFC game of the week, the one you're going to get your popcorn
Packers,
for.
Giants.
Jason Pierre-Paul guaranteed victory for the Giants. What do you think?
Because that always works out when players do that.
I called Rex Ryan on this, and he said, "Don't do that, son. Don't do that."
Do you remember the last time they played the Giants, Packers?
Yeah, Giants. Brett Favre. That was the last time Brett Favre wore a Packer uniform.
Oh, in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Giants have been getting after the quarterback a lot. Eli's been clutch. I'm gonna call for an upset, and this goes against everything. As a Cowboy fan, I think the Giants have a lot of good karma going on. The Giants are going to hurt Rodgers, and I think he might be a little off. Maybe a little bit of a weather game up there.
Chancellor, you're really bringing the evidence here with me today.
Wow, what do you got, Muggs? We're getting yelled at by Razzle. What do you got?
I'm still taking the Packers. Too many weapons.
It is. It's just, and let's not forget the season they had going. They still are the game.
Tebow versus New England.
New England. Sorry, Tebow.
I'm a Tebow-aholic. Sorry.
You're a Tebow-aholic?
T-boner? What do they call him?
T-bowing.
T-bowing.
You have a T-boner.
Coming up after the break, Coach George Roskis. You're watching Mattyvison.com.